With inflation, the debt then becomes irrelevant with time. If we look 20 years ago when someone might have borrowed $300,000, that was a huge mortgage back then. Today, it's almost laughable and people wish they were in that position. Why has that happened? Because of inflation. So people's wages increase, rent increases. So if the debt remains the same, even on an interest-only loan, so if you took out a $300,000 loan 20 years ago on a $400,000 property, that property might be worth $1 million today. Who wouldn't want to have a $300,000 loan on $1 million property? So it's almost irrelevant at that point in time. This is where if inflation continues, especially if it continues the way it's going, those people who own assets and borrow money to get into assets, assuming it's done within inside of their means, can create wealth much faster because the cost of everything else rises. As the cost of assets rise, which is inflation pushing the cost of everything up, your debt to asset ratio becomes less and less, which means you're carrying less of a burden, it's easier to service, and it's easier to create wealth. Great reason why we saw during COVID, the lockdowns, government prints an absolute ton of money. The richest 1%, their wealth grew tremendously because they're asset owners. So for everyday people, being able to get into assets, and in those circumstances, if it's right for you, using debt to accumulate assets can be of huge benefit over the long term, so long as inflation continues.